Welcome to Garnetqueentarot, where we are inspired to rise. How are my wonderful Aries doing today? I hope all is well. Now, our routine before we actually dive into our readings, we have to continue with the process of clearing that energy and leaving the baggage at the door. We don't carry that with us. We don't have time for that. What happened, happened. We getting over humps and bumps in the road. So, Aries, whatever's going on, let it stay at the door. Don't come into this realm with any type of negativity, anything that make you feel diminished or less than. We don't tolerate that. We believe in being inspired to rise so we could be our best selves. So inhale, exhale twice. Come on, work with me, work with me. Let's make this happen. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Ooh, shake it off, shake it off. You know you feel better. Come on now. You know you feel better. Just shake it off. We don't carry no baggage with us. We're trying to get our messages and do our reading. We don't want nothing that don't belong up in here. Whew, what a beautiful day today is. Don't you feel the sun? Don't you feel, we just ready to receive our blessings. Come on now, Aries. Come on. We are doing our twin flame response because before we were talking about it and what was going on so we could recognize. Now we're getting some feedback on what was said. Ooh, come on, come on, come on. Spirits, talk to us on behalf of our wonderful Aries. Give them the clarity, the knowledge, the understanding that they may overcome and rise above. We all about our business up in here. Aries, you have been working diligently to manifest on your blessings. Come on. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Speak to us. What's going on with the love, with our wonderful Aries? We're going to appreciate the reading, appreciate the blessings, and rise above the circumstances. Aries in the house. I love my Aries. And I have a brother that's an Aries. Oh, annoying self. But I love you guys. Oh, my goodness. It's like I have a family member for every sign. And I always watch and compare and see and listen to the messages. And it's really, really crazy when you think about it. When you say something and you could see it manifesting in other people and they're growing and they're learning and getting in tune with themselves. I love it. I love it. Here we go. I can't feel you like I used to anymore, but when I do, I miss you so much. It hurts. I miss you so much that it hurts. I can't feel you like I used to anymore. But when I do, I miss you so much. See, I always tell people don't miss the water until the well runs dry. You'll have somebody that's there supporting you and doing right by you, and you want to step out. You want to step out. This is what someone's saying to you, Aries. I can't feel you like I used to anymore, but when I do, I miss you so much it hurts. Sometimes people, and you see, you weren't working to dump someone. It's just that when you get in your mind of working towards your goals and following through on your dreams, of course, they were customized for you because everybody don't have the same dreams. But you tend to neglect people. It's like a hit and run. You bump into them, get what you want, and you keep it moving. And they're hurting. They're hurting. You just don't have time for that because you're on the edge. You're on the brink of achieving greatness in your life. And your readings tell that. So when you apply yourself to your career, your business, any type of growth, you forget. You don't have that connection with people at the time because you just want to get your stuff going. So you neglect people and you don't tell them what they want to hear and they feel you don't care. It's not that you don't care. It's just that, Aries, you love the one you're with at the moment. You just are focused primarily on your paper. And anybody that wants to get with you has to recognize the fact that you're not going to always be aligned with them until you achieve what you've set before yourself. So it's not so much that you don't care, but rather you focusing on your business because you're looking for ultimate growth. And you don't want anybody holding you back because of their issues or their feelings and you're not connecting. You're not like that. You're not made up like that. You could walk away from people so quickly if they're just not connecting with you or can't understand what you're working toward or what you're doing to build a better foundation for yourself. And they better wake up because when you get into your mode of business mode, career mode, money mode, other people don't really exist unless you need them. Some people may call you selfish, but Aries, you're about your business. You're about your business. Our connection is too intense, it's scary, but I accepted it rather than fight it. When you're in that mode, you are more intense as well. Because, listen, think about this. When you're working towards something important in your life, unless that person that you're with is building with you and helping you through, you are not as in tune as you should be in any relationship. Because you know that you're right there on the edge of achieving what it is you set for yourself. And you can't deal with people talking about, woe is me. I miss you. I want to be with you. Or, babe, you need to make time for me. You know, you don't understand. You don't understand what you mean to me, man. You hurting me. That's my interpretation of a guy. And it's it's not funny, but it's like sometimes people just don't get it. An Aries, as you know, Aries, you could be selfish when you are the driving force in building your solid foundation and building up your bank. It's like only thing your mind can focus on is overcoming the obstacles that are presented to you that's kind of blocking and putting blockage on your path. So when somebody's coming and pouring at you or figuring that you don't have time for them, you feel a little bad. You can't even sit still when you having dinner or anything because you feel you missing out on something. That's why it's not a good fit to bring a relationship in when you're building because you will neglect that partner and they will feel less than diminished because you're not applying what you may have applied initially to get them. Now that you got them, you working on your money, you working on making things right. And you can't deal with the crying or the questioning, where you going, what you doing. Baby, I love you, I miss you, I need you. You will release at the moment so you can feel better, but you don't want to be nagged. You don't want to be harassed. You want to build. And anybody that's joining forces with you has to recognize that there are going to be some late nights at the office. There's going to be times when you're under construction and building for your future. And if they don't understand it or they can't get it, Aries, tell the truth. How soon would you drop them or just ghost them or just not be bothered at the time? You know how you do. You know how you do. Sometimes we make things harder than they need to be. I'm open and approachable. How are you? You're open and approachable, but do you really listen? Aries, people could come to you, want to discuss things with you, and if you feel that it's bogging you down too much, you'll let them know. You're not feeling it right now. You're not. It's Let me tell you what you do. You will let it go in one ear and out the other. You get bored easily because you're adventurous. You like to travel, you like to see new things, you like to do more things, and you don't want people trampling on your parade. There's a city in my what is it? It's a parade in my city. That's what John Morant says. That's how you feel. You celebrate. You enjoy life. And you like to socialize. So anybody that's coming at you sideways or the wrong way, it's like it just bothers you, it bores you, annoys you. And when you're going through this process, this chain of events where you're on the uprise, you have to be honest with people around you and let them know, listen, especially if it's somebody you really like, let them know, listen, I know you're going to get mad at me, but the mode that I'm in right now is about handling my business. And I'm letting you know I'm not going to have time to go out on dates. I'm not always going to be home on time, but I'm working towards something to build my future. And if you're part of my future, this is going to be part of our lives. And if you can't handle it, pause and stop yourself right now, because I have to work through this. And if you can't get that, there's nothing more to say, because I have to build my foundation. And I don't have time to cuddle and make you feel better and let you know that I care about you. And listen, when I finish what I'm doing and I accomplish my goals, we could revisit all these things. But right now, I can't focus on your feelings right now, because I'm feeling my way through these obstacles and challenges that I'm facing as I'm climbing upward. People don't get it. You know what? Let me tell you. I see a lot of people that when they're working towards something, that's completely what their mind is focused on. And you trying to intervene on that, yes, of course, they should have more balance in their life. But you have to understand, if you're at the ground level building up, there's no time to be weary, because you envision this dream and it's starting to materialize in your life. And to be honest, Aries, you don't care who's doing woe is me. You really, sincerely do not care, because you are working towards something. And if people can't work with you, they're working against you because they don't want you to achieve your goals in your mind. But that's not it. They just feel neglected. And you may feel bad at times, but that's not your primary focus. So they better get over it or move on. And you mean it. You believe that there's enough people to go around to quench your thirst and to make you okay. And you're already hesitant about committing fully. Doesn't mean that there's not a lot of people in your circle that's trying to get at you. You're an attractive person. You're likable. You're lovable. But you're also somebody that focuses when it comes to money. You love your paper. You love your family, but you are focused on handling your business, and anybody with you has to learn to understand that. So the pain that this person is feeling, you feel sometimes we make things harder than they need to be. Why are you acting like this? You know I'm not talking to nobody else. I'm working on my business. I am open and approachable. How are you? If you feel that you gotta circle around me all the time like a helicopter mom and be all up in mine, unless you're bringing something to the table, your their feelings is gonna be hurt regardless. Regardless, we tell it as we see it. We're not trying to hold back punches so people could feel good. Aries folks are about their business, and if you somebody that's weakened by them not being with you every minute of the day, you may as well step out now, because you will never get that from them, at least during these growing stages. They just don't have the time to be dealing with your insecurities, with your mess. And it may come off as being cold, but Aries, when they're going and growing through the process, if you're not supportive, you may as well be gone. Not saying they won't come back to you later on. It's just saying that right now, right here, right now, they're not interested in the tears. They're not interested in you trying to gain control over them in their life. Male or female, doesn't matter. Stick to your guns, Aries. And whoever is with you at that time, they're with you. But right now, as it stands, you are about your business. And anybody with you has to understand. Our connection is so intense, it's scary, but I accepted it rather than fight it. Okay? So the one thing that you recognize, I can't feel you like I used to anymore. You know that's the other person letting you know how they feel. They feel that your connection is so intense, so they sticking around. It's scary for them because they don't know where you stand. But no matter how many times you tell them, I'm working, I'm really building up a solid foundation, they stay at the sidelines a little bit, but they're going through it. And like you said, sometimes, Aries, we make things harder for ourselves than they need to be. You telling them, I'm open, I'm approachable. Can you deal with those type of things? Because you can't constantly be upset at the fact that, oh, you know, I love you, I need you. You have your moments where you will open up your heart more so. But the best way for anybody to catch you is at the office or on the phone. And then you rush off the phone too. You don't want to stay on the phone long because you got things to do. Other calls are coming in. And then you like to say, I'll call you back. So they're thinking everything's okay. And then you never call them back. They got to call you back. Aries, you are something else. I'm not even going to lie. You are something else. I wish we were part of each other's daily lives. See? See? This is what they're saying to you. I wish we were part of each other's daily lives. Maybe someday, but no matter what has transpired in the separation, we are both growing and changing for the better. They're letting you know that they care for you, they feel in you, and they want to be interactive in your life. But because of some of your selfish ways, because you block out everything. And you know what? A lot of successful people tend to be alone until they grasp the concept of balance in their lives. But when they're on their grind working towards something, people have to realize an Aries is about their business. They want to be higher. They don't want to be lower. They don't want to be struggling. They don't give up. They keep on their grind. And against all odds, they make it because they block out any negative energy, any naysayers, any people trying to block their path, the challenges they face is hectic. And to explain to you on a continuous basis about why you're working so hard, or what your plan is, it's exhausting because you just don't have the time for it. So a lot of Aries would rather be alone. And that's how you feel right now. You are in your mode. You are in your mode rising to the top. And the person you start off with may not be the person you end up with because they have to be willing to accept the fact that there are times you're not available. It has nothing to do with infidelity or anything like that. So you can't deal with people and their insecurities when you're working towards something. It's annoying to you. But Aries, you got to be a little bit more patient with people, especially people that love you. I know it could be annoying and frustrating where you got to be repetitive. I'm working. I'm building. I'm building a stable foundation. You know, it's like every day I got to explain to you what I'm doing. It's best you go your way. Step aside. Step aside. Aries don't have time for that. They will comfort you and make you feel better when they're in the mood. But other than that, they working on their business. You might not see them for a week unless you're living together, and they come in all hours. It felt safe to open my heart to you. Then what? Was it a game for you? It wasn't for me. Was this a game for you is what they're asking. And here you gotta go again. Listen. And this is what an Aries will do. Because here, look at all the questions coming at you. It's all about neglect. It's all about their insecurity. And it's about you focusing on other things than them. Aries, be honest. You're not really ready for a relationship right now because when you are working through the process, you don't want to hear the blah, 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 blah. You're not there for me. Blah, blah, blah. You're not putting me as priority. Blah, blah, blah. Babe, I thought we was going to be together. Blah, 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 blah. You're working all hours of the night. I am building. What don't you get? The clues are free. I'm telling you what I'm doing. And you get pissed off. You get sick of it. No, you don't want them to leave, but you know what? If you're going to be in this mode throughout the whole process, you're going to make my life miserable, and I'm not going to be able to achieve my goals because I'm always trying to explain to you what I'm doing, and it's tiresome. You need your space, and that's what you should let them know. Listen, I care about you. I want the best for you. But right now, I'm in my mode, and you kind of blocking my path. I can't have people around me that's crying the woes because I can't give you the time that you need. You would say stuff like, maybe I'm not the person for you, which hurts people. It hurts. I can't feel you like I used to anymore because you don't have the time. So it's best that you separate a little bit because what they're needing and what you're willing to give right now is not the same thing. I don't want to miss you. I prefer to think of you as one, even if you aren't present in my physical world right now. So they're going to wait for you if this is something that you want, but they need you right now. They need the comfort of your arms. They need the touch of your lips. They need your hand rubbing their back and letting them know it's going to be okay. I'm just into conducting business right now. Let me know if this is a problem for you, understanding the mode and the zone that I'm in. It is better to be upfront and honest with them than have this continuously lingering on and them not realizing the truth of it. Maybe you should take them with you when you have to work so they could see what you really do and understand the calls that are coming in, understanding how hectic it is building a solid and stable foundation, not just a 9 to 5 job clocking in and out. You about bigger and brighter and better things right now, Aries, and they have to understand. They have to understand, or else they're going to lose you because you will walk away without hesitating. That's how cold-blooded you could be at times when you're working on your grind. So I say to you, Garnet Queen Tarot, be inspired to rise. Be your best self and don't let people hold you back because of their own insecurities and issues. Continue to build and be upfront and honest because here you're saying, I am open and approachable. How are you? How are you? Can you handle what I'm doing right now? Can you be part of the process and build with me is what you're asking. Or are you going to constantly bicker and nag about me not being present in your life right now? Male or female, it doesn't matter because the result is the same thing. They're trying to get you to slow down and focus more on them. They are a distraction in your life right now because you're aiming towards something bigger, brighter, and better. And as long as they keep pushing the envelope in regards to how patient you can be, you'll stop in your tracks and say, you know what, I don't think this is going to work. And it will backfire on them if they keep pushing you. Because when you're in this mode, all bets are off. You're forging forward for growth, potential. You are putting up with a lot to keep the peace. But when you explode, Aries, there's nothing but silence. Because you care, but you don't care. You know what I mean? I care about you, but if you're going to keep infringing your insecurities on me and pushing the envelope with me, you're going to find out what it's truly like not to be with me because I will cut you off. So, Aries, continue to be patient. And if you have to sit down with your person and just say, this is what it is, give me 6 months, give me a year, whatever the time frame is. We could be cordial, we could be cool, we could be intimate, but I'm calling the shots right now. I can't deal with 100% commitment when I'm focused on something else. You're going to feel neglected. And if you can't handle that, keep it moving. Keep it moving. Honesty is the best policy. Let them know. You better let them know. You better let them know so that people feelings don't get hurt. They're going to get hurt regardless, but it's best for you to be upfront and honest and go from there, because they can't say you didn't tell them. You didn't tell them. So, I mean, you could plan out different things, but if you do, make sure you make the time to follow through. Don't say, I'm sorry, something came up. Garnetqueentarot, where we are inspired to rise. Be your best self, Aries, and don't let the insecurities and ills of other people make you feel guilty for wanting more for yourself. And if you got to set aside time to be with your person, then do it. Then do it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And thank you so much for visiting the channel. Thank you for sharing your message with us. You matter. You are appreciated. Garnetqueentarot signing off and saying, thanks again, visitors and everyone, for visiting the channel. You all matter. And I love hearing your messages because it's like so inspiring. Some of the things that you go through and you've been through, that's when people say, I don't look like what I've been through. That's you, Aries. That's you. Take care. Talk soon. Signing off. Garnetqueentarot, where we are inspired to rise.